Hello and welcome to my final lesson plan. Within this lesson plan, I'm looking to address the standards of digital citizenship, knowledge constructor, creative communicator, and innovative designer. This project involved my students receiving a job and salary, and then researching and creating a personal budget based on that job and salary. Students had to find such items as housing, transportation, insurance, among other things. At the end of their research, students had three options to present their findings. They could use Flipgrid, Adobe Spark, or they could create a podcast using Anchor. Let's go over these three tools right now. Flipgrid is a video presentation where students get a code and then are able to film themselves and their response. This leads to communication as students discuss and talk about their findings, creativity as students can get a little silly sometimes, but it allows their creativity to come through, and it can lead to collaboration. Here's a video that I created just for this video's purposes. Mine's short, but as you can see, once someone has looked at this video, they can leave feedback. I can give them personal feedback and send it to them. So students really enjoy this as they have a lot of fun with it and then commenting on each other's videos. Next up is Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark is a presentation type tool where students can create slides, and if they want to do voiceovers, they can. If they want to use some music with a soundtrack, they can. So this has a lot of creativity in it. So let me show you real quick. They get to pick what they want to use. So I'll do this, American history, and they type in what it is. I can't type. And we'll tell what happened. Of course, it'll take a long time for us. And so here they can create their presentation. And you can see they can add video to it. They can add text, photos, any number of different things. And they have a lot of different options here. Once again, this is going to be creative. Students can work together, so collaboration. Lastly is the podcast. The podcast is a tool that allows students to record their voices. This takes a lot of creativity in that you really have to be a good speaker here and describe what you're doing. Students have no visuals with this, so they have to be able to really give a good description of, hey, this was the car I found, this is what it looked like. So it also plays into communication and collaboration if they work with a partner and did this together. Students were given the choice of these three tools, so that led to differentiation. They also were allowed to choose if they wanted to work alone or with a partner. To address digital equity, we did everything in class. So all technology tools were provided by me and the school. Students were graded a couple ways. First up was some little formative assessments. Here's an example of one. I used goformative.com. Students at the end of a day would be asked a question. You can see the question here. I'm not going to go into all the details about it. And then we used a rubric for our final project. So you see the things they had to include in their project: finding a job, housing. The requirements are listed there. And then lastly was the presentation was worth 30 points, and they got a final grade for their project. When I do this project in the future, a couple of things that I'll do differently. First up, I'm going to allow my students to pick a job instead of giving them a job. That way it's something that they want to research and they're interested in. I will also provide more instruction, like a handout or a video recording on how to use the different tools. They struggled a little bit with Adobe Spark and the podcasting. And I also want to collaborate with another teacher within the school or even within my district, and at some point maybe make this into a global collaboration project. Thank you all for listening.